Hello, sir. Hello.
Yeah, hello everyone. Am I audible and visible as well? Uh, just a second. Yes. Yes. Can anyone let me know in the chat box? Am I visible and audible as well? In the meanwhile, let me share my screen. Share my screen. Yup. Okay. चलो ठीक है. So I think we are live now. There were some issues. There were some technical issues. So let's ignore that. I think now I'm clearly visible and audible, right? So कैसा चल रहा है? How are you all? Okay, I have some doubts. Yeah, in the by the way, in the meanwhile, any doubts from the previous two lectures? Anyone regarding anything? You can ask me. So first 5 to 10 minutes we'll be allocating for the doubts, and then we will be proceeding further. So you can ask any doubts if you have related to Git and GitHub or anything, and then in after 5 minutes we'll be starting with the main lecture, right? So, ठीक है. Yes. So any doubts, anyone? Any doubts, anyone? Guys, yes or no, at least type yes or no in the chat box. Do you have any doubts or difference between push and pull? I'll do that today. Don't worry about it. So that is still to be covered. So after today's lecture, you'll be clear with every concept regarding push and pull. Don't worry about it. Okay. Yeah. Hmm. Sir, why I am not able to make directory in other places? Uh, doesn't that should not be the case. Try checking the commands. ऐसा होना नहीं चाहिए that you are not able to make a directory. Is this course free or paid? So this bootcamp is absolutely free, but if you like to enroll in their paid program that provides you placement support also, that is paid. I think the fees is around 5,900 something. You can explore the LetsUpgrade page and you can uh, get more details from there. Okay, Numan? Yes. All right. ठीक है. Any doubts, guys? No doubts? Guys, yes or no, at least in the chat box so that I can continue. Or should I wait for doubt to come? Yes or no, any doubts from the previous two lectures? How they have a doubt in those topics which will. So Pratik, I'm asking for the doubts from the first two lectures, right? Not the lecture that I'll be teaching today. That is obviously right. You would be having doubts if you go home and revise some topics. Obviously, there are doubts if you go through in each and every concept, right? If there are no doubts, that's well and good. So that means you guys are doing very great. Now I'm expecting to Sir, no, yeah, I think no assignment so far. So let me check if they have given us any assignments or not. I'm also not sure. No doubts, no doubts, no doubts. Great. Okay. Let me check for the assignment part. I'm talking about these topics. Which topics are you talking about? What are these? Do they have some name? Yeah, I think there are no assignments. You only have an option to mark your attendance. That's it, right? Yeah. चलो ठीक है तो डाउट्स नहीं है shall we continue ठीक है चलो ठीक है by the way I hope everyone now has a GitHub ID does now because we'll be doing we'll be only focusing on GitHub today. I'm expecting that everyone has made a GitHub ID at least, right? Right. So how many of you have made a GitHub account yesterday? Do let me know in the chat box, yes or no. If you have made a GitHub ID, do type yes, otherwise no. Sir, can I look your previous record video on YouTube? Yes, obviously you can. You can go to the LetsUpgrade YouTube channel and then you can check it, right? Okay, so Komal Chaudhary has made. What about others? Jaswant has also made a GitHub account. What about others? Naveen Patel, ठीक है. Others? Sir, the repositories in GitHub account do not show repositories get initialized. I'll be coming to that. Already had it. Okay, yes, I already had it. Sandeep, yes. Yes, I have a GitHub account. Utpal has a GitHub account. Okay, Muskan, sir, what is the command to install the flow? So you do git hyphen hyphen cached, I think. Let me just recall. I think it's just let me check. It's git hyphen hyphen cached. I think no. कुछ तो था. I think it's git rm. Just check it. I'll check. Just check it on the git. Yeah, git rm hyphen hyphen cached. Yes. So it is git rm hyphen hyphen cached. This is the command, right? Chalo. Yes, I think I think all of you have made a GitHub account. That's great. So chalo, ठीक है. So now all of you have made a GitHub account, right? So yesterday I told you how to make a repository also. So how do you make a repository? You just click on this new button. Let me just refresh it, right? Now how do you make a repository? Either you have a new option right here, right? Or you go here, click on your repositories button, and then you click on this new button, right? Here you will have to give the name of a repository. So whatever name you want to give, you can give, right? Remember, a repository is just a folder, right? That you will be initializing, right? You mentioned the command called git init, right? So this is the exact folder that you will be giving a command called git init, and inside the folders you'll be having some files that will be adding, pushing to your GitHub. That is it. Okay. So now here you give the name of your name of a repository. You can give any name unless and until it is available. You can feel free to give any name. That's it. So let me give a name called day. So even it says checking, right? If it is available, you will be able to make a repository day underscore 3 underscore boot camp, right? You can give any name that you want. And now here is an option. Either you can make it private, or the second option is you can make it public. Private is for only you can view it. None of the audience from the outside world on the internet can view it. Only it is only for you. It is only for your personal use, right? Whereas public is a repository that is available to all the people on internet. So a common example that I would give you. So let's suppose you are working on a very crucial project that you do not want others to know, right? You're working on a secret project. So in that case, you can have your private repository and you can add collaborators. Only the collaborators will be able to be your repository. That's it. Collaborators, what do I mean by collaborators? I'll be coming to later on, but for now, collaborators are developers who can contribute to your project. That's it. So only those people will have the access to your repository if it is private. If it is public, anyone can view your code, download your code, and copy your code. As simple as that. All right. And here is an option to include a readme file. What is a readme file? A readme file is a file that gives description about your project. So let's suppose uh, I have made a project around cryptocurrency, right? So I can add a readme file and I can add a details of the project, that what does this project do. So let's suppose I have a crypto project. I can type in English that I have made a crypto project where you can view coins, get updates on their prices, and buy or sell it, and check the graph. Either it is going up or down. Just for example, I'm saying, right? So what is it? It is just a description about your project. That's it. So this is your gitignore file. Yesterday I told you what do you mean by gitignore, right? And this is a license. You can ignore it for now. This is not for your use. And that's it. You can simply just click on create button. If you click on create button, create repository, here your repository is created. As simple as that, right? You have successfully created a repository, right? Now, the second thing is, if I come here, if I go to my repository, so as you can see, now I have this repository day3.bootcamp, and this is the repository that I made earlier yesterday. That is day two and day three, right? These two repositories. Now, so what if, let's suppose you are given a case that you got a code, or let's suppose not even a code. Now you have a repository, right? And now I want to make this repository and make changes to it, right? So simply I'll just do nothing. I'll just head over to Bootcamp, my VS Code. I'll just uh, I'll just minimize this, right? Just open it again, right? I'll just open my VS Code, not VS Code, or I'll just open my Git bash. चलो VS Code ही खोल लेते हैं. And what I'll do is I'll just click on Control Shift and I'll just open a new file, and as simple as that. Now what I'll do is I'll just quickly open my terminal. Let it load. Yep. I'll quickly open my terminal. Okay. I'll make a new folder. I'll make a new. चलो ओपन करना है या न्यू बनाए, ठीक है, एक फोल्डर ओपन कर लेते हैं. लेट्स सपोज इसी के अंदर ही AD वेरिएंट, या फिर आई थिंक आई ऑलरेडी हैव वन विद द नेम. चलो ठीक है, let me do one thing. Let me go to Windows and let me create a new folder. So cancel, and let me create a new folder. Let me give it day 3 underscore boot camp, right? Now let me head over to VS Code. Now this one, open folder. It's on desktop, day 3 bootcamp, and we are done. Okay. Now let me add it from my GitHub account. So what I'll have to do is just do nothing. You're already given those commands. So it says create a repository on the command line. They have literally given you the command, right? Remember git init and things like that. So first is git init. I'll just quickly open the terminal and just simply copy this command. That's it. Git init. I did git init. Initialize the empty git repository, right? I'll just add a readme file. I'm adding a readme file. I'm making a first commit, right? Git add. This is the working directory, right? I told you the life cycles, right? This is the working directory. Which directory is this? This is the staging one, and this is the commit directory, right? So now it's time to commit. Okay, I'll make a branch. I'll tell you what is branch. For now, just ignore. I'll add an origin, and I'll push the origin. As simple as that. Okay. All right. I don't have an account, so let me first get a new file. So let's suppose I'm making a file called as index.html. Okay, and a new file called index.css. Okay. Now, what were the commands to just give me a second. Clear here. So now I'll do git add hyphen no git add dot git commit hyphen m some message. Let's suppose this is my first commit. This is my first commit, and now I'll use a command called git push. Okay, I'll tell you what is push. Okay, so first time I'm pushing, I will have to use this command. Right now my code has been pushed. Now if I come, so now see the magic. Now if I refresh this, right, if I view my code, all the code that is here, I'll minimize it, right? All the files, right, all the files that are here as well. As simple as that, right? So now I'll tell you what has happened. I'll quickly open the Excel drawer. Yes, so now what has happened is, so what have I done? I have these files, right? I have these files in my local machine. These are two files that I have, right? First one is index.html, and the second one is index.css, right? I have these two files. Now, what have I done? I have just made a GitHub repository, right? This is my all right. So this is my GitHub repository right here, right? This is my GitHub repo or GitHub, yeah, GitHub repo. Okay. Now what have I done is now what have I done? I have literally uploaded all my code, uploaded these two files to my GitHub account. And as soon as I did this, you can see that this is available here. Both the files index.html as well as index.css with the proper commit. This is my first commit with the proper time 2 minutes ago, and it literally tells you like how many commits have you done so far. It literally tells you how many commits have you done so far. Okay. So till now what have we done? We have made two files and we have uploaded it to push it to GitHub. Now I'll tell you what do you mean by push. Okay. So here you have a command called as push. Okay. So push is nothing. Push command simply means to upload your code to GitHub. That's it. If you want to upload your files to GitHub, use a command called as the command for that is git push. As simple as that. Okay. There's an alternate to pull. Okay. Pull command means to, this was to upload, right? Now pull means you are pulling. This is to download others code into your local repository. The command for that is git push. All right. So what does git push do? It will push your command to GitHub. Push as in push, it will literally push. So as you can see, right, I mentioned a command called git push. As soon as I did git push, all my files, all these two files got pushed to GitHub. So now what you have is you have all the files. You have literally all the files that I have here to here, right? Now if I do any change, so let's suppose I'm making a doc type, and now here I'm making, let's suppose this is my GitHub. This is third day of GitHub boot camp. All right. Now who will tell me? Who will tell me to how do I push this? I have this new code right here. So as you can see that this code, I have it here, right? But this, if I click here, this is empty because when I pushed my files at that time, you did not have this line, or you did not have this file. Whereas now if you see, you will have the file. Now who will tell me in the chat box what three commands type shall I type so that all this code will get pushed to GitHub? Yashan says git push. So Yashas, git push ke pehle also have to mention two commands. Remember, I told you yesterday, so that you can add your code there and then you have to push. Because if you're not adding your code, how will you push? You have to first commit. Yes, Utpal, commit. Git add, git commit. Exactly. Vandula Vamsi is exactly, and Hello Fairy is exactly right. First, I'll have to add the code, git add, by using a command called git add dot. Then I will have to commit it, and then I will have to pull it. So what I'll do, I just quickly come here. I'll add this only three commands, right? Only three commands. Git add dot git commit hyphen m, right? This is my second commit. And now I will just call git push. Now, as soon as I click and as soon as I press enter, now all the code that is there in my local machine will get updated there. So now if I just refresh, you will see the code here. This is third day of bootcamp. Got it? Guys, clear everyone? How do I push my code to GitHub? Difference between push and pull, and what is push? I'll be coming to the full example again, but for now, just focus on what is being taught, and I hope everyone has got it clear, right? Still, if you have any doubts, do let me know in the chat box. I'm here. Do write yes or no in the chat box if it is clear. If it is clear, yes, or if it is not clear, no. I'll explain it again. Yes or no. Utpal says yes. Prakash clear. Yeah. Diana clear. Arun Kumar clear. Kamal Chaudhary clear. Vandola Vamsi clear. What about others? Hello फेर का तो clear हो गई पक्का. Yes, clear. बाकी what about others? Clear है so far? I think मैंने अभी कुछ नहीं बताया. Just have made files and just uploaded to GitHub. That's it. दीपक का clear है. What about others? नवीन पटेल clear. बाकी responses, guys. What about others? How git push gets to know which repo you should. Uh, Utpal, remember I copied these commands initially when I was making a repository, right? In that, the name of the repository was also there. So it will be able to track that what is the name of the repository and which repository you are setting your origin to. And as soon as you do that, it knows that this is the repository they are currently working on, and it will be pushing that same code in that repository. As simple as that. So if I come here, if I scroll up, oh, I had cleared it. But initially, if you watch the recordings again, uh, I had pasted several commands, right? In that commands, the name of the repository was also there. So With that it is able to crack it. हाँ क्लियर है क्लियर ओके ठीक है। अब ये तो हुआ आपका हाउ डू यू क्या कहते हैं पुश। अब एक चीज आती है ठीक है। लेट्स सपोज you're on GitHub. Let me go to GitHub again. This is my GitHub account, right? These are my repositories. और चलो मेरा भी छोड़ो, I am searching any random repository. Let's suppose I'm searching a HTML CSS project. ठीक है, topics, चलो ठीक है। तो these are the projects that he has made a Spotify. So this is a project that is not there in my machine. चलो it has JS also. Okay. Just give me a second. Let me find another repository that is not mine, and I will show you how do you copy, how do you clone a repository. So let's suppose क्या डालें, blog page नहीं, हाँ blog page डालते हैं, चलो blog page using HTML. ठीक, I have 1000 repositories for that. Great. Yep, this one I think, project one. नहीं, yes, चलो ठीक है। So let's suppose I think he has hosted as well. Yeah, ठीक है। तो now let's suppose I have this code with me. ठीक है, I now please watch it carefully. Watch each and every step that I am doing so that you don't miss it. ठीक है, now I am telling you how to clone a repository. ठीक है, clone कैसे करना है। Let's suppose you come across this repository, right? So he has all the code right here, right? One option is that you go to each and every file, you copy each and every image, and then you do it. So it will be very hectic task. Obviously इतनी सारी files हैं, इसके अंदर इतना सारा कोड लिखा हुआ है, कैसे कॉपी करोगे, बहुत मुश्किल हो जाएगा। So how do you do it? Simply कुछ नहीं करना। Here you see a icon which is of green color. ठीक है, here you see icon which is of green color. As soon as you click that, he will get three options: HTTPS, SSH, and GitHub CLI. आपको कुछ नहीं करना है, just go on HTTPS and you'll see a link here. This is the link, right? Quick, just simply copy it. Link copy हो गया है, ठीक है, link copy हो गया है। Now you have to go to gitbash. You can go to gitbash as well, you can go to VS Code as well, it's up to you. I'm using gitbash, ठीक है। Now you have to mention a command called git clone, GIT CLONE, git clone, and then the URL. This is the git clone and then the URL. Okay, this is the URL that I copied from there. Now I have to press enter. It says cloning into blogger landing page, जो भी उस repository का नाम था. Now I have to go into the directory that is the name of the repository. So I'll do cd blogger landing page and I'll click enter. Okay. So as you can see, this is a master version because it is already git initialized. Now I'll just type a command called code dot. As soon as you type this command, automatically your VS Code will open with the respective folder. Now let's see the magic. I did code dot. अरे हुआ नहीं क्या? Code dot. Let's see. It is code dot or git code dot, कुछ तो कमांड होता है. It's open. Oh yes, it's open. It's open. ठीक है, देखो. So the command is code dot only. Yeah, it's code dot only. I think I missed it. Yeah, पहले open हो चुका था, तो दो बार open हो गया. Anyways, let me close this one and let me open this one. ठीक है. Now see, मेरे को सारा का सारा code, all the exact same code that was there. देखो, same to same code I have it in my local machine. आप चाहे तो folders compare कर लो. Design, images, git ignore, readme.md, index.html, main.js, package.js, styleguide.md and style.css. अब हुआ क्या है, उसका कोड मेरा बन गया है. I can do whatever I want to do with this code. I can make it my own. I can host it again, and I can literally call it my own code and push it into my own repository. As simple as that. ठीक है. If I go to index.html, if I go live, now see, देखो बन गया है मेरा. I literally have it in my local machine. ठीक है. Same code जो कि इसका था, I have it here. This is the beauty of Git. Without even copying each and every folder, with help of a command line, only with the help of few commands, you have the whole code in your local machine, and you can track, you can make changes, you can do whatever you want to with it. It is this simple. I'll quickly close this and I'll come here. ठीक है. So हुआ क्या है, what command did I use? How to clone a repository. ठीक है. How to clone a repository. अरे कर रहे हैं विजय, फुल कमांड भी करेंगे, एक सेकंड रुक जाओ. How to clone a repository. ठीक है. First is use a command. So first you have to do is you have to go to your github.com. ठीक है, चलो. First is go to the repository you want to clone. ठीक है. After that, point number 2 is go to the code, go to the code button. Third is under https tab, copy the repo URL. ठीक है. After copying the repo URL, go to gitbash /vs code / any command line application you want to go to. After that, type these commands. Type the following commands. What are the commands? Command number 1 is git clone link of the repo you copied. After that, change the directory by typing cd repo name, finally using code dot command. By the way, this is only if you're using git bash, only if you are using git bash. And then after that, your VS code will open automatically with the repo with the code. ठीक है, got it? जतिन यार प्लीज आप रिकॉर्डिंग देख लो, अब इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल टू एक्सप्लेन द होल कॉन्सेप्ट अगेन. वॉच द रिकॉर्डिंग्स, इन फैक्ट अभी जाके पीछे स्क्रॉल करके देख लो, आई हैव एक्सप्लेन्ड इट वेरी प्रॉपर्ली. ठीक है गाइस, टिल हियर क्लोनिंग वाला पार्ट इज क्लियर, यस और नो इन द चैट बॉक्स. And says got it. What about others? Arun, clear. What about others? Is the cloning part clear or do you want to explain it again? Yes, all clear. Utpal. Prakash ka clear hai. Anurag clear. Komal clear. Then, but then I can also sync changes from others in GitHub. Fresco, what do you mean? Can you please reiterate, rephrase your question? Anurag says clear. Yashas clear. Rakshit, yes. But then I can also sync changes from other users. Yes, you can sync changes. For that, you will have to use a command called git pull. But for that, if you want to pull sync the changes, make sure that the other user who's pushing the code is a collaborator in your repository. If he's a collaborator, then only you'll be able to work together. That's it. Because if you want to work together, obviously you'll have to add a collaborator, right? If you have a collaborator, if you how to get git bash. Yeah, git bash आपको why do you want it in VS Code? So VS Code, we have a terminal, right? If you press Control J, this terminal will open up, and here, see, it will automatically be synced. If you click on git bash, here आपका यहाँ पे git bash खुल जाएगा. If you have it installed, it will automatically pop up. So how will you do it? There is an option. Press Control J. Naveen Patel, press Control J. Click on this arrow icon. You'll have all the options here: PowerShell, command prompt, and git bash, ubuntu, everything. जो चूज करना है चूज कर लो. ठीक है सर. आफ्टर क्लोनिंग हाउ कैन वी फाइंड द पाथ नेम? which path name are you talking about, विजय? पाथ नेम पे क्या करोगे आप today? वैसे तो ये बताओ. And which path name? yes, ठीक है. clear, the cloning part is clear. ये मुझे अभी भी yes, I have received very low number of yes responses. Only one. Arun, Diana, Utpal, Prakash, Anurag, Komal, Yashas, Rakshit, Prateek, and Naveen and also Vijay. How to retrieve previous session? Vijay Balaji, I'll tell you. Clear on clone. Okay, Naveen, clear on clone. Then next step, showing error. है? Which error? What is the error? ठीक है? Clear है? Now I'll tell you another concept of collaborators. So ठीक है? Now let's consider a case. So you are working on a project. You along with your 4 developers. Your 4 are working on your project, right? So now how will GitHub know that you 4 guys are working on the same project, right? How will the GitHub know? So for that case, you have a thing called as collaborators. Who are collaborators? They are nothing. Collaborators are just your peer mates, peer members. Collaborators. I think the spelling is, yes. Collaborators are your peer group members whom you work along and share as well as sync your code. ठीक है, चलो. Now I want you to imagine a scenario. ठीक है, I'm working on a project and you're also working on a project. You guys are also working on a project. ठीक है, and I have added you as a collaborator there. So that means that we both will be able to sync our code. चलो ठीक है, ये तो हो गया. Now you are working on index.html and I am working on index.css. Let's suppose. ठीक है, I have made some changes. ठीक है, and that changes I have made and I have pushed it to GitHub. Remember, I have made the changes and I have pushed it to GitHub. Now you're working on index.css. You have also made your changes and you have also pushed that index.css changes to your GitHub, right? Remember, we are working on the same repository, so you will be also pushing the code onto same repository. I'll be also pushing the code onto same repository. Now think of it this way: how will your GitHub know that what code I have and what code does your does or what code do you have, right? I also need a command, right, to sync the changes, right? So whatever code I have, whatever changes I do should be appearing on your local machine, and whatever changes you do should be appearing on my local machine. I have uploaded it. Now it's the time to download the code. Download your code into my machine, my code into your machine. So for that we have a command called git pull. ठीक है, collaborators are your peer group members whom you work along and share and sync your code, right? To sync the code and to remain updated with all the latest changes, you need at least command a command for that, right? Because आपके git को कैसा पता लगेगा, right? Now for that the command that we have is, it is git pull. Git pull. Again, pull is an English word, right? Pull the code, pull and push. You are pushing the code and you are pulling the code. As simple as that. Okay. Now it's time to show you a real case example. If I come here, if I go to GitHub, right? I go to my repository. Okay. So I go to day3_bootcamp. Okay. Now I'll do one thing. I'll quickly go to settings. Okay. I'll quickly go to there under the, so there are some options here. Under the setting option, there's an option called collaborators. I'll click on collaborators. It will ask me my password. I will provide it my password. Now here I have an option to add people. If I click on add people, I can type in their username. So let's suppose I want to add my friend. किसको add करूं? Let's suppose I want to add my friend who is Syed MD, right? No, not this one. Syed. Okay. Now, if I add him, add Furkan F712 to this repository. As soon as I click enter, right, a request will go to him on his email ID that I have invited him to collaborate, right? After that, if he accepts my request, then only he will be able to collaborate with me. Okay, it's up to him. It's up to him whether he wants to collaborate, because अब मैं जबरदस्ती तो I cannot force anyone to collaborate, right? It is his final choice if he wants to collaborate or not. As simple as the request will go to him. If he accepts the request, I will receive a notification on my mail that he has agreed to collaborate with my code, and now you can both work on the same project and sync your code. So let's hypothetically assume that he has accepted my invite. Let's assume that he has accepted my invite. Now, देखो, Furkan Santu has been added collaborator. He has not accepted, but if he will accept, it will be added. Now it says pending invite. As soon as he will accept, it will say invitation accepted. Okay. Now, if I click on day 3.bootcamp, now if I come here, okay. Okay. Now let me open a file that was day 3.bootcamp. It was on my desktop. Yeah, this one. Okay. All right. Okay. And now, okay. Now hypothetically assume that he has accepted my invite, and also hypothetically assume that he has also made some changes in the HTML file. Okay. I'm assuming that he has made some changes. You guys also assume that he has made some changes. Okay. Now, अब जो वो change करेगा, whatever the change he will do, he will also push. He will also push, get push, right? And now, how will I receive it? Because उसने तो push कर दिया. Now it's my job to pull the code. I will just simply enter a command. I will just simply enter a command called as git pull. As soon as I enter this command, if there are any updates that I am missing, it will add those. If there are no changes, then it will say already up to date. Already up to date with regards to what? With regard to my repository that is there. So as soon as I do git pull, it will just check this repository. If there is any changes, it will add to my repo, it will add to my local machine, and it will say already. And then if I again do git pull, it will say already up to date. This is the use of pull command, and this is the use of collaborators in your repository. Clear? Yes or no in the chat box, guys. Guys, yes or no in the chat box. Is the pull command and collaborator thing clear to you or not? If not, I'll explain it again, but do let me know if it's clear or not. Okay, Anurag, Utpal. Komal, yes. Naveen says, let's not assume if Furkan has made changes. Can we look into logs for any changes made? And can we get email? Can we get email to our email account? No. So let's not. So देखो नवीन, if you do git log ना, इसमें git log, इसमें only the changes that I will do will be mentioned. Difference between yeah, I'll be Soumya, I will be coming to the branches part. Do not worry about it. But for now, just go with that. Okay. So if I do, अच्छा चलो, let's assume चलो आ भी रहा है. So sorry, yeah, my bad. Sorry, Naveen. If I do git log, right? If I do git log, all the changes that will be, all the commits that will be there will be present. Okay. But if I will not pull the code, how will my local machine know that whether I am up to date or not? अब जो मेरे local machine में जो code है, it is the code that I have made, right? जो बाहर का कोड है वो तो मैंने कभी डाउनलोड किया नहीं अपने मशीन में, तो how will it get to know that which commits have been made? जो commit मेरे पास है वो तो मेरे पास रहेंगे, but जो किसी और के commits हैं, वो जब तक मैं अपना कोड पुल नहीं करूंगा किसी और का, how will be able to track what commits because it is not connected to any source of internet. ये मेरा local machine है, अगर मैं internet बंद भी कर दूं तो भी चलेगा, right? Until and unless I do git pull, it will not work. It will not be able to show the commit. Correct, Naveen? Yes, yes, exactly. चलो clear है यार. I'm getting very few responses. I don't know why. Only some 8 to 10 responses so far out of 41 students watching. At least type. At least I want 30 to 35 to 30 yes in the chat box so that I can continue ahead. बता दो अभी. अरुण, शेख, बाकी लोग का क्या है यार? What about others? I can only see 8 to 10 people replying and asking doubts each and every time. What about others? At least ऐसा ना तो टाइप करो. Okay, Naveen. Others? Hmm. Nitin says repeat. Okay, I'll repeat. So if there is no internet connection, you will not be able to push, but you'll be able to make changes to your local machine. As soon as you get internet connection, then you can push your code. No, GitHub will not work without internet. ठीक है. So जतिन देखो, पुल कमांड से क्या होता है ना? पुल कमांड से लेट्स सपोज आई एम, चलो आपके लिए हिंदी में समझाता हूँ. सो लेट्स सपोज मैं एक डेवलपर हूँ एंड एक और एंड यू आर ऑल्सो डेवलपर. ठीक है. आपने क्या किया? अब मैंने क्या किया, या फिर चलो आपने क्या किया, अपना कोड लिख दिया. और कोड लिख, हाँ, विजय, आई एम एक्सप्लेनिंग दैट ओनली. सो ठीक है, विजय एंड जतिन, आप देखो. लेट्स सपोज मैं एक डेवलपर हूँ और आप एक डेवलपर हो एंड वी आर वर्किंग ऑन द सेम प्रोजेक्ट. नाउ मैंने आपने कोई कोड लिखा और आपने कोड लिखने के बाद उसको पुश कर दिया. ठीक है. अब जब आप जब उसको पुश करोगे गिटहब पे, तो ऑटोमेटिकली तो है नहीं कि मेरे मेरे खुद के लोकल कंप्यूटर में आ जाएगा, लोकल मशीन में आ जाएगा, राइट? एटलीस्ट मुझे कुछ ना कुछ कमांड चाहिए ताकि मैं उसको अपनी लोकल मशीन में ला सकूं, और उससे क्या होगा, आपका कोड और मेरा कोड सिंक हो जाएगा. तो उसके लिए कमांड होता है गेट पुल. एज सून एज यू डू गेट पुल, तो जो आपका कोड है और जो मेरा कोड है, आपका कोड मेरे पास आ जाएगा और मेरा कोड आपके पास आ जाएगा. जो मैं कोड पुश करूंगा, फिर आप पुल करोगे. पुल से क्या होगा, जो हमारा दोनों का सेम कोड है, राइट, सेम जो हम दोनों ने कोड लिखा है एक दूसरे का, वो सेम कोड हमारे पास एक दूसरे के पास आ जाएगा. और उससे क्या होगा, विल बी ऑन द सेम पेज. आप जो कोड देखोगे वही सेम कोड मैं देखूंगा. दिस इज द यूज ऑफ पुल कमांड. क्लियर जतिन एंड विजय? जतिन एंड विजय क्लियर है? चलो, विजय का क्लियर है. व्हाट अबाउट यू जतिन? Push and pull are clear. After creating a repo, what to do next? After creating a repo, make some change, add some code, push your code, and then tell the other person to pull your code. That's it. Apart from this, nothing. In other words, it's like clone, but with our peers. You can say, but in clone we just copy the URL and things like that. In that we do not copy the URL and things like that. We just have a command called git pull. Pull करो सारा का सारा कोड, आपके पास मेरा, मेरे पास आपका. That's it. Yeah, so that command, Jatin, that command is initially done if you are creating a repository. That command you have to just copy paste so that you can initially initiate, right? Remember, we did a command called git init yesterday. So उसके अंदर command होता है git init, and there are also some other commands that has to be, that you can set your origin. ठीक है, वो सब चीजें बाद की बातें हैं. For that, just forget about it. But make sure to initially make a repository with those commands, and after that, तीन command: git add, git commit, git push. Or अगर if you are collaborating, then git pull also. These four commands. That's it. Can you roll back on pull code from? Yes, I can do that. I can do that. So if I go to commit, if I go to commits, so I have the commit history, right? This is the commit. So if I want to go to the first commit, view commit details, I'll have the commit ID. So ये देखो, yeah. So this is the commit ID. This is the commit ID. If I copy this commit ID and if I type in there's a command. If I type in that command, so I'll be coming to the old version. So that is that. No, GitHub does not use a device only. GitHub also has its own space. Yes, you can do it on gitbash as well. Soumya, I will have to see that. यूजुअली ऐसा कनेक्शन खराब होने पे ही आता है कि पुश करते हैं बीच में फेटल एरर दिखाता है कनेक्शन सही. Make sure to are you sure you have set your correct email ID and password, GitHub email ID and password? उसके लिए भी you have to set, right? एक बार check कर लो if that is the case. Otherwise try exploring on Stack Overflow. maybe कुछ ना कुछ solution मिलेगा, पक्का मिलेगा. Pratik, what did you not get? फिर भी नहीं हो रहा. समय ट्राई स्टैक ओवरफ्लो, कुछ ना कुछ सोल्यूशन पक्का मिलेगा. मुझे कभी ऐसा हुआ नहीं है बट आई रिमेम्बर. हाँ, एक बार ट्राई करो स्टैक ओवरफ्लो पे, कुछ ना कुछ मिलेगा पक्का. आई एम श्योर. ठीक है, चलो आगे बढ़े. आगे बढ़े, आगे बढ़े, आगे बढ़े. ठीक है, तो अब हुआ क्या है, देखो अब हुआ क्या है. पुल से हुआ क्या है, मैं यहाँ पे हूँ. ठीक है, मेरे पास दो फाइल्स हैं अभी के लिए, और मैंने दो फाइल्स बनाई और मैंने इसको यहाँ पे गिटहब पे पुश कर दिया. ठीक है, और एक मेरा फ्रेंड है, उसने खुद के लोकल मशीन पे फाइल्स बनाई और उसने लेट सपोज ये दो फाइल तो बनाई जो मैंने बनाई थी, वो तो है ही. बट उसके पास एक और फाइल बना दी उसने नई. यस, मेड अ न्यू फाइल. ठीक है, जो कि मेरे पास नहीं है फिलहाल. ठीक है, ठीक है, ये सब मेरे पास खुद नहीं है. तो दिस इज माय मशीन. अच्छा चलो, आई विल मेंशन द नेम आल्सो. दिस इज माय मशीन ऋतिक, और यहाँ पे है फुरकान. ठीक है, ये फुरकान है. अब इस मेरे पास दो फाइल्स है, इसके पास तीन फाइल्स है और एक गिटहब है. तो मैंने क्या किया, मैंने फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल अपना जो कि दोनों की फाइल्स यहाँ पुश कर दी. ठीक है, अब जो मैंने पुश करी, मैंने क्या किया, मैंने गिट पुश किया. ठीक है, मैंने गिट पुश किया. अब फुरकान ने क्या किया, अब फुरकान डज नॉट हैव द सेम कोड दैट आई हैव. तो व्हाट ही विल डू, लेट्स अज्यूम उसके पास ही कुछ नहीं है, खाली पड़ा है. तो व्हाट विल ही डू, as soon as he mentions git pull, as soon as he types this command called git pull, हुआ क्या, वो यहाँ पे गया और जो मेरे पास कोड था सेम कोड उसके पास आ गया. index.html and यहाँ पे he has index.css. अब सेम कोड I have uploaded on GitHub and he has made done a typed a command called git pull. As soon as he typed git pull, तो as हुआ क्या, जो उसके पास फाइल से, जो मेरे पास फाइल से वो उसके पास आ गए. index.html, यहाँ पे also I will have index.css. ठीक है। अब फुरकान ने क्या किया, फुरकान ने एक और नई फाइल बनाई जो कि फिलहाल इसी के पास है। That is, let's suppose he has made a file called index.js. अब देखो, जैसे इसने index.js फाइल बनाई, इसने क्या किया, पुश कर दिया कोड को। कैसे पुश किया, गेट पुश से। ठीक है। अब जैसे ही as soon as he did git push, अब whatever files he has, obviously I don't have the files because मैंने pull नहीं किया है, it is there on GitHub, all the 3 files are there on GitHub, but they are not in sync with me because I have not downloaded these files. How will I download it? Simply by doing git pull. As soon as I do git pull, right, तो जो इसकी फाइल्स थी वो मेरे पास आ गई। अब also now I have the same files as he has, and the files are index.js. यहाँ पे I mentioned git pull. यहाँ पे I've mentioned the command called git push. Git push, git push, git pull. अब इससे अच्छा मैं आपको समझा नहीं सकता हूँ। I think now it should be very clear to you. हाँ, what if Ritik and Furkan work on the same index.html file at the same time but working independently? Can you merge both files into one? Yes, I can. पहला देखो ऑप्शन क्या है, I am working on index.html. I write, let's suppose I have made a header, and yes, he is making a footer. So as soon as I make a header, I'll push it, he will pull it. उसके पास header आ गया, he is making a footer, he will push it, I'll pull it, मेरे पास footer आ गया, हो गया कोड से। थैंक्स रायना। ठीक है, क्लियर टिल हियर, यस और नो। इसके बाद आई एक्सप्लेन यू द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ आई एक्सप्लेन द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स। कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स के बाद आई एक्सप्लेन द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ ब्रांचिंग। इसके बाद आई एक्सप्लेन यू कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स। बचपन के दिन मुझे भी आ गए बचपन के दिन याद। मर्ज कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स एंड देन उसके बाद क्या था, क्या बोला था मैं, हाँ ब्रांचिंग। ठीक है। बचपन में अब तो आई थिंक काफी स्कूल्स में व्हाइट बोर्ड हो गया है, वी यूज्ड टू राइट इट विद अ ब्लैक मार्कर। पहले के टाइम पे तो वी यूज्ड टू हैव अ चॉक वाला बोर्ड। तो मुझे भी चॉक से लिखना कभी ढंग से आया नहीं, बट व्हाइट वाला मार्कर इज क्वाइट गुड, राइटिंग काफी अच्छी आती है, प्लस इट इज जो डस्ट होता है चॉक दैट इज आल्सो नॉट देयर, सो टेक इज इवॉल्विंग। आई थिंक अब तो काफी स्कूल्स में देयर आर स्मार्ट रूम्स, राइट, स्मार्ट क्लासेस, राइट, वहाँ प्रोजेक्टर होता है एंड यू एक्सप्लेन इट डायरेक्टली देयर। अब तो आई थिंक व्हाइट बोर्ड्स भी काफी कम हो गए हैं, राइट। आई थिंक कॉलेजेस में आर स्टिल देयर, कॉलेज मेरे कॉलेज में इनफैक्ट देयर वाज अ इनिशियली इट वाज, आई थिंक अभी भी देयर वाज अ व्हाइट बोर्ड नहीं, ब्लैक बोर्ड, वे वी यूज्ड टू राइट विद द chalk. Yes, smart boards are used now. नहीं, एक ज़माना ऐसा भी आएगा where we used to will be writing with our hands just like we use our phones. Let's see. I missed 40 minute session. कोई नहीं, हेलो हेलो यार, आपका नाम क्या है फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल? हेलो फिर 3 is First of all, tell me your name because HelloFit3 sounds very weird. Yeah, so if you can just rewind the session, rewind the video and just watch it. Yeah, it's fine. After this session, you can rewind it and you can watch. ठीक है, चलो क्लियर है सब चीजें? चलो ठीक है. It's hellfire. Oh, I used to pronounce it hello फिर 3. चलो ठीक है, अब आता है मर्ज कॉन्फ्लिक्ट. ठीक है, ठीक है. अब now assume I am working on a file called index.html. ठीक है, and my friend Furkan, who is my collaborator, he's also working on a file called index.html. ठीक है. Now what happened is let's suppose I make a change on line number 10. I make a change on, let's suppose, line number 10. Instead of this is third day of bootcamp, let's suppose मेरे collaborator ने who is Furkan, he did let this is second day of bootcamp. ठीक है, उसने ये कर दिया. अब इससे हुआ क्या? ठीक है, इससे हुआ क्या? मैंने कोई कोड लिख रखा है लाइन नंबर 3 पे, लाइन नंबर 10 पे. मेरा एक फ्रेंड है, उसने भी लाइन नंबर 10 पे कोई सेम कोड लिखा. ठीक है, मैंने कोड पुश किया, उसने भी कोड पुश किया, मैंने कोड पुल किया, उसने भी कोड पुल किया. ठीक है, अब हुआ क्या? सेम लाइन पे मैंने कुछ और लिखा है और मेरे फ्रेंड ने, मेरा कोलैबोरेटर उस फुरकान, उसने भी चेंज किया है. अब इससे क्या होगा? माय गिटहब विल गेट कंफ्यूज्ड कि भाई तुम दोनों ने चेंज किया, मैं कोड रखूं तो रखूं किसका, क्योंकि हम वी आर चेंजिंग ऑन द सेम फाइल. इससे कंफ्यूजन ये हुआ है, माय गिट हब गॉट कंफ्यूज्ड दैट भाई आप सेम चेंज कर रहे हो सेम फाइल में सेम लाइन पे. अब मैं किसको, कौन से चेंज को किसको कंसीडर करूं? आई एम गेटिंग कंफ्यूज्ड. ठीक है, एंड उसके वजह से देयर इज अ कॉन्सेप्ट, देयर इज अ कॉन्फ्लिक्ट, देयर इज अ कॉन्फ्लिक्ट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट कि किसका कोड रखा जाएगा, किसका कोड नहीं रखा जाएगा. एंड दैट इज कॉल्ड अ मर्ज कॉन्फ्लिक्ट. मर्ज कॉन्फ्लिक्ट तब आता है जब आप सेम फाइल पे सेम लाइन पे दोनों सारे जो जितने भी कोलैबोरेटर्स हैं हमारे पास, इफ दे चेंज द कोड ऑन द सेम फाइल एंड ऑन द सेम लाइन, इधर या तो मैं चेंज करूंगा एक टाइप पे या तो आप चेंज करोगे. राइट, अब ऐसा तो नहीं है ना कि सेम लाइन पे आप भी लिख रहे हो मैं भी लिखे जा रहा हूँ. ऐसा थोड़ी काम चलेगा. या तो आप अलग फाइल पे काम करो, देन इट विल मेक सेंस. अगर सेम ही चीज पे काम कर रहे हो तो कैसे सेंस बनेगा? कंफ्यूजन तो होगी. राइट, गिटहब को भी और आपको भी, खुद को भी. आप खुद सोचो यार, मैं भी सेम लाइन पे लिख रहा हूँ, आप भी सेम लाइन पे लिख रहे हो, क्या होगा? कंफ्यूजन होगी उसको भी और आपको भी. तो इस वजह से हमारा मर्ज कॉन्फ्लिक्ट आता है. ठीक है, क्या होता है मर्ज कॉन्फ्लिक्ट? Let's suppose you are working on a file called as index.html. You make a change on line number 10. You make a change on line number 10. On the other hand, there your collaborator Callaborator collaborator who was working on the same project as yours also made a change in index.html, and that too on same line. ठीक है? Now GitHub will get confused about on whose code to consider and whose code not to consider. ठीक है? Whose code not to consider. In this case, you tend to get a conflict, and that is called as merge conflict. That is called as merge conflict. नो नवीन, देखो लास्ट वास्ट कुछ नहीं होता है, होगा क्या, देखो आप अपना कोड जब पुश करोगे ना, मैंने चेंज किया, मेरे फ्रेंड ने चेंज किया, आप दोनों अपना जब कोड पुश कर रहे हो, लेट्स सपोज मैंने पहले पुश कर दिया और उसने भी पुश कर दिया, और मैंने पुल नहीं किया ना, उसने पुल किया ना मैंने पुल किया, लेट्स सपोज हमने डिसाइड किया कि यार हम आज सुबह काम करेंगे, दोनों काम करते रहेंगे, और रात को एक दूसरे का कोड पुल। अब ऐसा तो नहीं है ना कि मैंने एक लाइन चेंज किया फिर मैं पुल कर रहा हूँ, फिर मैंने दूसरी लाइन चेंज किया फिर मैं पुल कर रहा हूँ, नहीं। लेट्स सपोज वी हैव डिसाइडेड कि हम, यूजुअली ऐसे ही होता है, लेट्स सपोज हम आज सुबह काम करना स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं, और सुबह से लेकर शाम तक जो भी काम किया मैंने उसको मैंने पुश कर दिया, और लास्ट में बस एक कमांड डालेंगे पुल, जो उसका कोड है मेरे पास आ जाएगा, मेरा कोड उसके पास आ जाएगा, एज सिंपल एज दैट। और जब मैंने शाम को पुल किया इन द इवनिंग व्हेन आई पुल्ड हिज कोड, तब मैंने क्या देखा कि यार उसने भी गलती से सेम लाइन पे कर दिया, मैंने भी गलती से सेम लाइन पे कर दिया। इन दैट केस यू गेट अ कॉन्फ्लिक्ट। इसमें पहले बाद में की बात ही नहीं है। I hope you get it, Naveen, right? Right, so that is called a merge conflict. Oh, by the way, is this font better or is this font better? क्या सी लग रहा है? Font कौन सा better है? Is this better or is this better? Left or right? The first one, ये वाला? oh, अच्छा ये वाला। बाकी लोग के रिव्यूज? राइट लेफ्ट। कॉन्फ्लिक्ट, यहाँ भी मर्ज कॉन्फ्लिक्ट आ गया। लेफ्ट। आई थिंक दिस लुक्स रॉन्ग। ये तो नॉर्मली यार हम नोटपैड पे लिखते हैं, बोरिंग सा लगता है, राइट? ये थोड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग सा फॉन्ट है। बाकी यू गाइस टेल मी, इट्स अप टू यू। लेफ्ट है तो लेफ्ट, राइट? दिस इज, आई थिंक दिस इज हैंड ड्रॉन एंड दिस इज नॉर्मल। hand drawn, normal, hand drawn, normal. काफी लोग लेफ्ट भी बोल रहे हैं क्या, बिकॉज दिस लुक्स रियल, थोड़ा सा देखने में लगता है कि यार वी आर डूइंग समथिंग। इसमें तो यार इससे हम कर करके बोर ही हो गए हैं, सब जगह ये दिखता है, राइट। हम्म यप यप, लेफ्ट, लेफ्ट गॉट द मेजॉरिटी। ओ ये भी है। ये तो वियर्ड लग रहा है काफी ना। यही ठीक है, ठीक है। ये तो हुआ आपका मर्ज कॉन्फ्लिक्ट। अब नेक्स्ट आता है ब्रांच। अब बाय द वे, क्लियर है मर्ज कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स क्या होते हैं? एटलीस्ट टाइप यस और नो इन द चैट बॉक्स। ओके, ग्रेट। So to resolve a merge conflict, अभी तो यार I cannot show you the example because I'm not having any collaborators. So there is an option called merge conflict. तो ये क्या करें, GitHub will automatically try to merge it from its own. ठीक है, इधर पहला ऑप्शन तो है कि आप खुद ही GitHub को बोल दो करने के लिए, देयर ऑप्शन कॉल्ड एज merge conflict, और द सेकंड ऑप्शन इज यू कैन मैनुअली मर्ज इट। आप मैनुअली भी कर सकते हो, मैनुअली यू वांट, यू कैन टेल द, यू कैन मैनुअली यू कैन टेल द GitHub that whose code you want to prefer more. These two options are there. चलो ठीक है, नाउ लेट्स मूव टू ब्रांच। ठीक है, अब एक केस कंसिडर करते हैं। ठीक है, यहाँ पे आप अपना कोड लिख रहे हो, बढ़िया सा, ठीक है। आपने कोड लिखा, कोड लिखा, कोड लिखा, कोड लिखा, कोड लिखा, ये प्रोग्रेस बार है यहाँ तक, ठीक है। कोड लिखा, आप यहाँ तक पहुंच गए। यहाँ पे आपने अपना कोड स्टार्ट किया, ठीक है, और यहाँ पे आपने अपना कोड एंड किया। ठीक है, अब आपका फ्रेंड भी है जो कि आपके साथ ही काम कर रहा है, तो उसने भी सेम जगह स्टार्ट किया और उसने भी सेम साथ में एंड किया, ऑब्वियसली साथ में ही एंड किया। ठीक है, अब देखो, अब हुआ क्या। अ, आपने लेट सपोज ये पार्ट किया कोड, ठीक है। आपके फ्रेंड ने ये पार्ट कोड किया, फिर आपने ये पार्ट कोड किया, क्योंकि आप साथ काम कर रहे हो, राइट। एक आधा पार्ट आप कर रहे हो, आधा पार्ट वो कर रहा है, तो इसलिए मैं दिखा रहा हूँ। फिर ये पार्ट किसी और ने किया, फिर ये पार्ट किसी और ने किया, फिर ये पार्ट किसी और ने किया, और ये पार्ट किसी और ने किया। ठीक है, अब हुआ क्या देखो, अब कंसिडर अ केस। ये पार्ट सही है, ये पार्ट सही है, ये पार्ट जो कि आपके फ्रेंड ने किया था, रिमेम्बर, ये पार्ट जो कि आपके फ्रेंड ने किया था, ये लेट सपोज इसमें कुछ गलती आ गई है और आपके मैनेजर ने इसको डिसअप्रूव कर दिया, ये कि नहीं चलेगा। फिर ये पार्ट चला, फिर आपके फ्रेंड ने एक और पार्ट किया जो कि खराब था, जो कि नहीं चल पाया, आपके मैनेजर ने मना कर दिया। फिर ये पार्ट चला, ठीक है। तो हुआ क्या, जो कोड मैंने लिखा उसे तो ग्रीन टिक मिल गया, ग्रीन टिक, ग्रीन टिक। बट जो कोड आपकी फ्रेंड ने लिखा, उस कोड को रॉन्ग टिक मिल गया, लाइक वो दैट इज नॉट एक्सेप्टेबल। कुछ इश्यूज हैं, कुछ कोड में बग्स हैं, कुछ कोड में इनएफिशिएंसी है, जिसकी वजह से मैनेजर ने लेट्स सपोज मना कर दी कि नहीं चलेगा, यू हैव टू इम्प्रूव इट। ठीक है, अब देखो, बिकॉज यू आर वर्किंग ऑन द सेम प्रोजेक्ट, बिकॉज इज वर्किंग ऑन द सेम रेपोजिटरी, उसका कोड खराब हुआ है, तो ऑब्वियसली आपका भी कोड खराब होगा या नहीं होगा? यस और नो, क्योंकि आप सेम कोड पे काम कर रहे हो। उसका कोड खराब हुआ तो आपका बिकॉज तो आपका कोड खराब होगा या नहीं होगा? यस और नो, यस और नो, होगा, राइट? क्योंकि आप सेम ही फाइल में काम कर रहे हो, सेम ही रेपोजिटरी में काम कर रहे हो, हर जगह सेम चीज में काम कर रहे हो, ठीक है? अब गिटहब ने एक बहुत ही अच्छा सोल्यूशन निकाला है इसका। गिटहब ने क्या बोला है कि आप भले ही आप एक प्रोजेक्ट पे काम कर रहे हो, लेकिन आप एक काम करो, आप स्टार्ट तो सेम सेम चीज पे करो, लेकिन आप यहाँ से ना अपना एक डिस्टिंक्शन डिवाइड कर लो काम। ये काम डिवाइड कर लो कि यहाँ पे आप अपना काम करो, आपको जो मैं कर रहा हूँ उससे कुछ लेना देना नहीं है, और यहाँ पे मैं अपना काम, आई विल डू वट एवर वर्क आई वॉन्ट टू, एंड यहाँ पे कोई किसी का लेना देना नहीं है, ठीक है? तो हो क्या रहा है, यहाँ पे मैं काम कर रहा हूँ और यहाँ पे लेट्स सपोज नवीन काम कर रहा है, ठीक है? तो अब होगा क्या, नवीन ने काम किया, नवीन ने, हम दोनों ने सेम स्टार्ट किया था, ठीक है? हमने स्टार्ट सेम किया और हम एंड भी सेम करेंगे बाय द वे, ठीक है? हम एंड भी सेम करेंगे। हम्म, ठीक है, यहाँ पे मैं आया, यहाँ पे अपने एंड कर दिया, एंड, ठीक है? ये रहा स्टार्ट, ये रहा एंड। अब ठीक है, अब गिटहब ने क्या बोला कि इस इश्यू को टैकल करने के लिए देयर इज अ कॉन्सेप्ट कॉल्ड अ ब्रांच, ठीक है? अब ब्रांच क्या होती है, जैसे देखा है ट्रीज के ब्रांचेस होते हैं, एक ट्री है उसके अलग अलग ब्रांचेस निकल रहे हैं, राइट? ब्रांचेस, तो सेम आपका गिटहब में होता है। उन्होंने क्या बोला कि आप भले ही एक फाइल में काम कर रहे हो, बट यू कैन हैव डिफरेंट ब्रांचेस, आप अलग ब्रांच में काम करो और आप अलग ब्रांच में काम करो। जब आपका दोनों का कोड अप्रूव हो जाए मैनेजर से, तब आप क्या करो, अपने अपने ब्रांच को मर्ज कर दो, ठीक है? मैंने क्या बोला, मैं अपने ब्रांच पे काम कर रहा हूँ, मेरा फ्रेंड नवीन अपने ब्रांच पे काम कर रहा है, और as soon as both the codes get approved by the managers, then we will merge both the branches, as simple as that, ठीक है? तो इसके कमांड्स होते हैं, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल एक कमांड होता है दैट इज git checkout। दिस कमांड will tell you currently which branch are you on, ठीक है? दिस कमांड will tell you currently which branch are you working on, okay? Got it धनंजय? Yeah, which branch are you working on, ठीक है? अब तो लेट सपोज मैं यहाँ पे आता हूँ, मैंने एक कमांड, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई जस्ट क्लियर दिस आउट। आई विल गो टू माय पावर शेल, ठीक है? आई विल मेंशन गेट चेकआउट, ठीक है? जैसे ही मैंने गेट चेकआउट डाला, इट विल से दैट योर ब्रांच इज अप टू डेट विद ओरिजिन, ठीक है? इट मींस दैट एक मेरी ऑफिशियल, आई हैव अ ब्रांच, बाय डिफॉल्ट दैट ब्रांच इज मेन ब्रांच। Now I want to set a new branch. Let's suppose my friend who is Naveen, he wants to set a new branch. How will he do that? He'll just type a command called git checkout hyphen b. After hyphen b, type which name you want to give to your branch. Let's suppose I want to give my branch name as Naveen, Navin, Naveen. जैसे ही I did this, it says switched to a new branch. switch to a new branch called as Naveen. Switch to a new branch called Naveen. Now if I do git checkout, sorry, now if I do git checkout, it will say, sorry, not git checkout, git branch. Now if I do git branch, it will tell me that I have two branches. One is main, one is Naveen, and presently I am on Naveen branch. ठीक है. Now अगर मैं git checkout करता हूँ, git checkout main. Now I have shifted to main branch. It says switch to branch main. अगर मैं if I do now git branch, it says this one, that yeah, this is my, I have these two branches and this is presently my main branch. Clear है? Clear about the concept of branch? What is branch? Why do we use branch? And what is the need of branch? Okay, and I can have as many branch as I want. I can have thousands, even lakhs, even crores of branch as I want. Okay, and at the end of the day, I just have to merge. As soon as both the code gets approved, I will just merge the branch. That's it. Clear है सबको? At least yes or no in the chat box. Branching is very easy. It's just for your convenience that Git has introduced, because there were cases that a code was not up to the mark by some collaborator and whole code will get disrupted. Yes, Naveen. ठीक है, क्लियर है? राइट, ठीक है. तो ब्रांच से फायदा क्या हुआ है? ब्रांच से यही फायदा हुआ है कि नाउ दिस टाइम you will be working on different branches and those different branches will be separate, independent of each other. ठीक है, ठीक है. So this command will tell you, not this command, sorry, it's git branch. कहाँ गया? हाँ, git branch. ठीक है. Note the default branch is main branch. ठीक है. So if you do not give any branch, if you do not set any branch, by default जो होगा that will be your main branch. ठीक है. Main branch. So both Ritik and Naveen will work on index. Yes. Now will both of them will work in separately on index.html. जिसका भी index.html correct होगा will get approved by the manager. We will take that into consideration. Okay, Balaji, I'll share the video. Don't worry. So the default branch is main. ठीक है. अब how do you make a branch? So to make a new branch, you have a command called git checkout -b. -b is for build, and then you type the name you want to give to your branch. ठीक है. Git -b, b here stands for build. So it means that please build a branch. That please build a branch with the name that you have given. ठीक है? Main, Balaji main, not master. Master, some people call it master, some people call it main, but the official name is main. You can call it master as well. Earlier, I think earlier it was master. Then after some time back it was changed to main at the GitHub community. All right. Yes, yes. ठीक है. Now, अब आज का last concept that is remaining is hosting, GitHub hosting. How many of you are here who know how to host a Netlify? How many of you are here who know how to host a Netlify? Can you please type yes or no in the chat box? Netlify पे host करना आता है सबको यहाँ पे, या फिर नहीं आता तो बताओ. I'll tell you on how to host on GitHub pages. How many of you know how to host on GitHub? How to host on Netlify? अच्छा, Pratik knows. Anyone else? Renuka no. Komal no. Anyone else? Any other answers? Yes or no? Jatin no. Balaji no. Okay. Diane no. Okay. नवीन को भी नहीं आता. ठीक है. I think only Pratik here knows how to host on Netlify. What about others? Other responses? Others. What about others? What about others? Yes, yes, no. ठीक है, चलो कोई नहीं आता तो ठीक है. नेटलीफाई छोड़ो, आज हम गिटहब पे होस्ट करना सीखेंगे. ठीक है. उससे पहले होस्ट करने से पहले लेट मी मेक अ स्मॉल डेमो काइंड ऑफ प्रोजेक्ट. ठीक है. प्रोजेक्ट क्या है, एक छोटा सा डिव वगैरह बना लेते हैं. ठीक है. यहाँ पे लेट मी मेक अ डिव डॉट आई नो इन सर्च डॉट बॉक्स. ठीक है. दिस इज बॉक्स 1. This is box 3, this is box 4, this is box 5. यहाँ पे let me link with index.css. Go to index.css dot class dot box. से पहले let me open it on live server. ठीक है. And now index.css. इसको let me give some height. सबसे पहले display inline दे देते हैं. Display inline block. Some name height देते हैं. Some height of around 200 pixels. ठीक है. Some width of around 300 pixels. थोड़ा सा background color. background color. ठीक है. थोड़ी सी padding. 16 pixels maybe. ठीक है. थोड़ा सा margin 32 pixels का. ठीक है. बाकी ठीक है. ठीक है. अब ये कोड let me push it to GitHub. Who will tell me 3 commands that will help me push to GitHub. चलो बताओ 3 commands that will help me push to GitHub. देखते हैं who will tells first. Three commands that will help me push this code to GitHub. Init क्यों विजय? Why init? Init, you remember init सिर्फ हम एक ही बार लिखते हैं, that is at the initial time. Yes, yes. Status, why status रहने का? Status will give me the status, right? Yep. Git add dot git commit git push. ठीक है, तो git add dot git commit hyphen m, some css added and git push. ठीक है, मैंने git push किया. अब now let's see कि GitHub पे whether it is upgraded or not. Let me go to GitHub. Let me go to my repositories. ठीक है, now let me see कि मेरे पास सेम कोड आया है नहीं. Yep, as you can see I have got the same code. ठीक है, अब how do I push my code? पुश करने के लिए मुझे कुछ नहीं करना. सबसे पहले I will have to go to this option called settings. सेटिंग्स पे मैं गया. आफ्टर गोइंग टू सेटिंग्स आई विल गो टू पेजेस. यहाँ पे ऑप्शन मिलेगा मेरे को पेजेस. ठीक है, आफ्टर गोइंग ऑन पेजेस, now what I have to do is I will have to click on this main branch because मेरी एक main branch है. After clicking on main branch, मुझे कुछ नहीं करना. I just have to click on save. After clicking on save, just wait for 2 to 3 minutes and उसके बाद you will get to know the results. ठीक है, just wait for 2 to 3 minutes. Guys, just give me 1 second. Just give me 1 second. I'm just coming. Oh, yep. So sorry for that. ठीक है, एक्चुअली मेरा फोन डेड हो गया था तो आई गॉट अनदर फोन. सेकंड फोन, एक सेकंड. ठीक है, राइट. अब यहाँ पे GitHub देखो, as soon as I refresh, यहाँ पे I've got a link, this link. ठीक है, अब जैसे ही मैं इस लिंक को क्लिक करूंगा, I'll come to a page called as this. Right now, this link is universal. मैं इसको कहीं भी यूज करूँ, मैं इसको कहीं, let's suppose I copy it and I paste it on this browser. I paste it on this browser. It will be open here as well. What I meant is that this link is universal. It is hosted. You can even share it with your friends, and they'll also have the access to same UI as you are having. ठीक है, hosting part is clear or not? Everyone now knows how to host it. Okay, Dhananjay knows. What about others? Renuka also knows. What about others? सबको क्लियर है होस्टिंग कैसे करते हैं? बहुत ही आसान है, कुछ नहीं करना, बस 2-4 क्लिक्स की बात है. ठीक है, जस्ट सिंपल क्वेश्चन, कैन यू, नहीं, नो नवीन, ओनली देखो, आप करने को रिएक्ट भी कर सकते हो, बट देयर इज इट इज वेरी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड. तो it is recommended कि जो React के application है you host it on Netlify. बाकी जो HTML CSS JS की application है you can also host it on GitHub. That's it. Hosting is very simple. Even on Netlify, I think I did a bootcamp on HTML and CSS the previous month. उसमें I have also taught how to host on Netlify. So if you guys get time, तो उसको जाके एक बार देख लेना. You will also get to know how to host on Netlify, right? ठीक है, कोमल क्लियर है, प्रशांत को भी क्लियर है, यशंस को क्लियर है, नवीन को क्लियर है, धनंजय को क्लियर है, डियाना को क्लियर है, नवीन को भी क्लियर है, हर्ष को भी क्लियर। ठीक है, तो होस्टिंग पार्ट आई थिंक किसको इश्यू होना नहीं चाहिए इसके अंदर। इट्स वेरी सिंपल, अगेन रीआइटरेटिंग, कुछ नहीं करना। गिटहब पे जाओ, गिटहब पे जाने के बाद, अरे गिटहब कहाँ गया, गिटहब पे जाओ, गो ऑन टू सेटिंग्स, उसके बाद गो ऑन टू पेजेस, आफ्टर पेजेस यहाँ पे सिलेक्ट योर मेन ब्रांच, by default it is none, select your main branch and click on deploy from a branch. उसके बाद आप wait for 2 to 3 minutes, refresh it, here you will get a link and it says your site is live at this link. ठीक है, विजिट साइट पे क्लिक करोगे, साइट खुल जाएगी। अच्छा एक चीज और, जो भी आप चेंज करोगे ना यहाँ पे, वट एवर चेंजेस यू डू इन योर कोड, एक बहुत ही मैजिकल चीज बताता हूँ, देखो जो भी आप चेंज करोगे ना यहाँ पे, क्या लगता है, अगर लेट्स सपोज मैंने यहाँ पे बैकग्राउंड कलर को येलो कर दिया इंस्टेड ऑफ दिस येलो ग्रीन एंड मैंने इसको सेव कर दिया, क्या लगता है, देखो ऑटोमेटिकली वो यहाँ पे रिफ्लेक्ट हो गया। अब क्या लगता है आपको, विल इट आल्सो बी रिफ्लेक्टेड इन द होस्टेड लिंक और नॉट, यस और नो, क्या लगता है आप लोग को। मैंने यहाँ पे जब चेंज किया मेरे होस्टेड लिंक पे, विल इट बी, दिस इज माय लोकल होस्ट and this is my hosted link. what what do you think according to should I be doing so that it also get updated here? क्या करूं मैं ऐसा कि मेरा जो मैंने कोड यहाँ पे लिखा है, जो मेरा कोड लोकल होस्ट पे है, that same code gets applied onto hosted part as well. Exactly yes sir. I have to first push it, and मैं push कैसे करूंगा, first of all same get add dot get commit -m, right? I'll do some CSS changes and I will push it. जैसे ही मैंने push किया, as soon as I push it, I will only after within a couple of minutes, 2 or 3 minutes, automatically my link will get updated. That is the beauty of Git. आपको दोबारा से host कर by using this magical Git codes. Exactly प्रतीक, नहीं Django नहीं करेगा, आपका नाम भी Python कोडर है, ठीक है, तो पता लग गया। सो दिस इज हाउ यू कैन डू इट, राइट, दिस इज हाउ यू कैन डू इट। तो यू डू नॉट हैव टू होस्ट इट अगेन। जो चेंज करने हैं अपने गिटहब, अपने लोकल कोड पे करो, पुश दैट कोड टू गिटहब एंड गिटहब विल ऑटोमेटिकली टेक केयर ऑफ दैट और इट विल ऑटोमेटिकली होस्ट इट। आपको उसकी टेंशन लेने की जरूरत नहीं है। इट विल टेक सम टाइम, 5 to 10 minutes, बट इट विल डू इट। ठीक है, क्लियर एवरीवन? क्लियर एवरीवन, यस और नो? The Python coder says I made Django application, so I want to add it on GitHub. How can I do that? Python coder, you can for that try it on Netlify. Netlify तो पक्का हो जाएगा। GitHub का I'm not sure because GitHub is very limited to. In fact, if you are hosting React application also, React applications host हो जाते हैं GitHub पे, but there are some complications and there are some changes that you have to do. Python I'm not sure because I haven't done Python yet, but I'm sure that Netlify it will be there'll be no issues on Netlify for that. Netlify, Heroku, and Vercel. You can explore these 3 platforms for that. ठीक है, Dana clear, Harsh clear, Naveen clear, Dhananjay clear, Sheikh clear. बाकी what about others? Only 5 to 6 responses. चलो, Collab. I will use GitHub. Yes, you can, Naveen, you can use GitHub pages कुछ भी यूज कर लो है, GitHub, Netlify, all are easy and all are very same. अच्छा, एक Heroku also, if you are exploring तो Vercel भी explore करो. Vercel is also used for explore. Vercel is also used for hosting, and apart from Vercel, Netlify तो हो गया, Netlify पे भी करो. Netlify, Vercel, GitHub pages. These three I think are the most recommended one. If you are making big projects जिसमें के अंदर database और backend भी है, you can go for Heroku. But Heroku is nowadays paid. So if you have money for that, उसको खरीदो और उसको use करो. I think most of the companies are using Heroku because they can afford to pay. But if you are working, if you are learning, if you are on a learning phase and you're making projects, Netlify, GitHub, and Vercel are the best. It is VERCEL files. ये Vercel, develop review ship for best front-end teams. अब तो चेंज हुआ है तो आई थिंक इट विल टेक 10 to 15 minutes and हो जाएगा. चलो ये तो हो जाएगा, छोड़ो इसे. ठीक है, तो to host on GitHub pages, go to settings, for Android which platform here? Android का I have no idea. I think Vercel पे हो जाता है Android पे शायद. Go to settings. After that, go on to pages option. ठीक है, select the main branch. Or if you have another branch, if you have another branch that you want to host, select that. ठीक है, then after that click on, क्या था उस ऑप्शन का नाम? Deploy, right? What was the name of it? GitHub. Repository, day 3 bootcamp, settings, pages, deploy from a branch. Click on deploy from a branch. Wait for 2 to 5 minutes and then refresh the page. ठीक है, after refreshing you will see a hosted link at the top of your web page. ठीक है, बस, and then you're done, and you are done. You can share with your friends with ठीक है। ठीक है, तो Django यार, Django का I have no idea because I haven't Python, तो ठीक है। तो I think that was all for today's session. I think we have covered almost all the concepts related to Git and GitHub, all the commands and all the things, right? So if you have any kind of queries still, you can reach me out on LinkedIn, and you can I'm available on LinkedIn as well, and most probably we'll see each other most probably in the upcoming bootcamp. I really hope you enjoyed this session, right? I tried my best to explain it in the most easiest way possible. But still, if you think that some part was remained untouched or unclear, some doubts were remained unanswered, reach me out on LinkedIn. I'll be more than happy to help, right? And I hope really have I really was able to teach Git and GitHub thoda sa, and it was really worth it. And right, ठीक है, बाकी that was all from my end, and that was all as late that was all that I could have taught related to Git and GitHub. इसके part अलावा I don't think there's any part left. एक दो छोटी मोटी चीजें होंगी जो आप लोग काश मेरी कंपनी होती, दबा देते। हाँ, बट जॉब के लिए दे यू कैन एनरोल ऑन देयर प्रोग्राम, on their full course program. They have 100% job guarantee. They have 100% what to say, uh, play program. So let's say if you go here, if you see that Java and DSA program, CSNT plus DSA program, if you want to try this out, that they have 100% placement guarantee, right? It has 120 hours of live learning and 100 problem statements. So if you think you want to buy out this program and want to get a job, you can enroll in that also. I think it is somewhere around 5,000 or 590 900. And if you think that you really think that you want to get a job and you are serious about it, you can go ahead with that, right? So that was all for it, and you can also go through the website for more details and things like that, right? All the queries have been answered here, right? Yeah. And also they also have other programs, like you can also explore DSA program, and they will have upcoming programs on full stack development, front end and back end, and full stack data science. So it will be coming soon, right? And यहाँ पे you can get access to the boot camps, and you can avail the certificates from here. All right, let's take a job. Let's take it. Thank you for the nice workshop. Thank you, Jatin. Thank you so much. Thank you, Hellfire. Thank you, Hellfire. Thank you, Naveen. Good night, Dhananjay. Good night. Have a sweet dreams, right? Enjoy. Chalo. With that being said, I'll take your leave, right? Bye, everyone. Bye, 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 bye.